like this season, I projected it to be one
Okay,
of the
here we
more
go.
stacked seasons we're gonna
Yeah.
have like in recent years. I just like try to compare it to all sorts of like
Mm-hmm.
past like seasons that were pretty stacked, like winter 2019. Usually winters are actually like something I noticed. Like all the extremely stacked like seasons from the past are like winter 2011 is like super notorious. There's like winter 2007.
Uh-huh.
Also, it was like insane. It was like the Death Note Code Geass Bakano. Like that's like winter 2007 with like return of um what was it back then? I can't remember now. And like 2011 like winter was like the fuck, what was it? It was Hunter x Hunter, Nichijou, Anohana, and like all sorts of like insanely big shows. Like Winters already like have this like big name to them. So like 2021 starting
Yeah.
a decade. And what a way to start. You get Sony wanted sequels, like extremely desired ones, like Promise Neverland,
They
hitting
address a lot of
us. We have
spoilers. Yeah, you're
Attack on
right.
Titan, which we'll talk about later, with ReZero, second part. Doctor Stone, which I don't know if you watched it.
I watched like 75% of the first season, and I don't know. I was really into the science and the progressing of civilization and stuff, but I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
into anything else. So like
Okay.
when they started to get more into like other people's stories and stuff, I just wasn't really feeling it. So yeah, that's me. I mean,
Okay.
I'll probably finish it at some point. Like I liked it. It was fun. You know?
I can see that. I mean I'll say it like that. Show is like mostly hype based for like all these like science moments.
Yeah.
It's like that's what really like the thing that it does good. Like the rest like characters are feeling like the normal quirky shonen characters. Like we know
Mm-hmm.
them. Um, so yeah, like there's no like surprise there where like characters like things are like very off like in terms of characters. I don't think they're like insanely good.
Yeah.
Uh, or anything like that. I
Suddenly
feel like
watch Doctor
it's
Stone.
like a very fun
It's a good
show
show.
in that like sciencey aspect, for sure.
Yeah, for
Making
sure.
like I don't know random science invention in like a semi reasonable way. Then we got like Beastars, which is I think is oof.
Season
That
2.
second season was a big thing for me,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's not a fairy bait. I promise. For people who are wondering,
Surprisingly.
yeah, it's just a show with with animals in it. Uh, I think Beastars is like one of my definite favorites of this season. Like they will be. The first season was insane.
Mm-hmm.
It was so gripping, like dramatically. The
Mm-hmm.
characters are so convincing. Like the pacing of the show is really great. The
Yeah.
soundtrack is amazing,
Soundtrack was really
and the
good.
art is surprisingly really good. I think.
Good, yeah. I think that like in the first 2 episodes, I remember that there was like it was a little rough, but I mean other than I didn't have any complaints about the animation. I thought that it was great.
No, I
But
mean, since they're
also
like
want
using all these like a bit like not like how do you say not normal, not
yeah.
like uh
I think the show was
conformist way
underrated. Yeah, a lot of people
of
didn't watch it.
animation. I don't know how to say that. You're the English person.
Um,
You got the English.
I don't know if I
You
can
got
put it
all the
any better,
English.
but I did want to agree with you about the pacing part that you mentioned. I thought that pacing was good too. So definitely a lot to look forward to for second season.
Yeah, and then we have like even more follow-ups with like Log Horizon, much awaited third season.
I do have a little bit to say about Log Horizon today.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down to hear because I'm yeah I'm interested in your take on Log Horizon.
On Log Horizon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could just start with that now. So then
Yeah, go for it.
I watched the first season and the second season back when they aired years ago. And I remember that I did like them at the time. So since there was a really long gap in between the ending of the second season and this season, I didn't have the time to go back and rewatch season 1, season 2. So what I did was I just went on YouTube.
Forgot.
I went on
You went on YouTube. Okay.
I went on YouTube and I looked up a recap of what's it called?
Like first, second season.
Like a recap of first season and second season. And then it even after watching that recap, which was 30 minutes long, I still didn't 100% understand all the different plot points that were coming together, because there was a ton of different plot points going into the second season. Like I got the overarching part of it, which was that basically they formed this roundtable and they wanted to work together, and then it just wasn't working and it was like falling apart. And I think that the reason why was because they were realizing that the NPCs were more like real humans than actual NPCs, and I thought that was really interesting. So then I did watch first episode of season 3, and they almost immediately went into that part where they were actually, you know, one thing that I'm gonna backpedal a little bit, because
Okay.
I want to see if maybe you can clarify something for me. Is the princess girl, is she an NPC, like one of the NPCs?
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even do what you did, which was like watch a recap. And I came into the show,
Yeah.
and I thought you were about to say the same thing.
Oh.
I think I completely forgot everything about this show.
Right?
Like, I was pretty excited for Log Horizon. I remember this as like, wow, they had all these like political things that were going on. It was like
Yeah.
very non like traditional. Traditional is the word I was looking for before the animation. It was very non-traditional kind
Yeah.
of like isekai show, which actually focused on like the inner workings of like the world itself, making it be like the NPCs turning like just like how would it be if like the NPCs were real?
Yeah.
And I thought that was super cool. They're actually like exploring the world and like showing how like the whole political circles work there. And I thought that was super cool. And I remembered like all of that
Yeah.
was like super cool. Then I
Yeah.
just the first episode, I was like, okay, I remember Roundtable had some problems and working on some stuff, and that was like, wait, what's going on
Yeah.
here?
I feel you.
That's the feeling I had from the first episode. I don't know if I should be rewatching now that
I-
stuff to continue.
So I would recommend going through a recap. So you don't even need to spend 30 minutes watching a recap. I put it on 2 times speed, and I just watched a 30-minute video in 15 minutes. And that was all I really needed to like remember all the stuff that happened. But I definitely agree with what you were saying about like, you know, all this like political intrigue that was going on. That was super interesting. And also, I remember the thing about season 2 that really hooked me compared to season 1 was that the main character, Shiroe, he got access to world magic. Because you remember how there was some, well, I mean, you just talked about how, you know, it's kind of vague, right? But, well, I guess I'm like kind of refreshing your memory here. There was this specialist guy that they met up with, and the dude was really, really good at world magic. And so what they did to revive one of the NPCs was they created this like contract where the dude had to basically sign his life to the guild, and then he could get revived as a, you know, like a real person. And it was just insane that they changed the rules of like how the world works, because Shiroe was so big brained that he figured out how to trick the system. I thought that was what was really awesome. And I was hoping for more of that. Well, I'm hoping that more of that is going to come into play in season 3.
Yeah, I'm like all in with you. So yeah, I generally remember like the world magic like plot line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely need to get into a recap because I felt so lost.
For
like
sure.
I followed the episode itself. I felt like the episode itself was good because it gave me like a good sense of what's
Yeah.
happening right now. I just had
Mhm.
no idea where I came from.
Yeah.
So that's I think where I was at on Log Horizon. And that happens to me sometimes.
Mhm.
Like since I watch a lot of shows as well. Like last season we had
What was it?
it's called Snafu.
Yeah.
Like a teen love comedy.
And yeah.
genre. And I had the same problem where I was like, fuck, I don't remember what I liked about the show, like what happened,
Yeah.
and why do I care about what happens right now?
The main character, Hiki, I don't remember his full name, but they always call him Hiki, right?
Mhm.
That dude is the glue to that show. And I guess we can't really go into it because, you know, that anime is not part of this season, so I don't want to get too
Yeah.
sidetracked. But
True, true.
I totally know what you mean, because now in my case, I actually remembered season 1 and season 2 really, really well, which is a rarity for me, because a lot of the times I easily forget what happens in these animes unless I watch them multiple times, and that was not the case with Oregairu. You, on the other hand, just from all of the talking that we've done, I've been really like impressed by how good you remember a lot of these shows that I just don't remember at all. You know, so for the amount of content that you go through, like you actually do remember a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, I do still remember a lot of things about Log Horizon.
Yeah.
But since it was like a bit more complicated show,
It
like
was super
plot-wise,
complicated.
then I feel like it's more important to be like on point with like what's happening.
I feel you.
Like whatever was happening like between like I forgot like how do they call them now, but like the people who needed funding. Like I feel like there was like
Yes.
people were addressing that in season 2, and I just like I didn't remember like the exactly how did it progress.
Yeah.
So I just felt like that thing kind of got missed for me, sorts of things like that.
Yeah, Kobayashi.
So yeah, I'm gonna
See,
do what you said. I'm
we
gonna
have
take the recap.
that's funny. Kobayashi's in chat and he's like, Log Horizon got a season 3.
Yeah,
we're
like
we're
Log
here.
Horizon got delayed for years
That's-
because the
that's true.
creator had some tax evasion problems.
Yeah,
He sorted
I
it
thought
out,
I
like,
thought he
half a
went to
year
jail.
ago.
I thought he went to jail, but apparently he didn't.
No, he was like.
Do you remember I
he was,
asked
like,
you about that?
investigated for-
I
yeah,
asked
yeah.
you if he went to jail. Dude, that's so funny. They let him out. They were like, we got to get this season 3 rolling, boys.
Yeah, so he sorted all of his tax evasion problems. And
That's so
he's good
funny, dude.
now, and
Yeah.
season 3
Can you
came out,
imagine?
like,
Can you imagine the
6
judge?
later.
Can you imagine the judge looking over that tax evasion case and he looks at the name and he's like, "Wait a minute, this is the dude. This is
And
the
he's
dude."
dude who wrote Log Horizon or something. Can we
Alright.
get him out?
Here, let's get him out of here. Go home. Go write season 3.
You get your season 3. Okay?
Shoot.
So
What else is
that-
good?
that's,
I
that's
know
Log
the.
Horizon,
I think
right?
that I think you mentioned Hataraku Saibo, right? Because a lot.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people were, they wanted it because the first season was really cute. I remember I think I watched the whole
It was
thing.
super popular.
It was really, really popular. It was super stacked on voice actors, which is my thing, and it was just a cute show too. So I think it was really went over well with a lot of people. I wish
And it got
I
2 follow-ups.
what was that?
And it got 2 follow-ups this season. You got Hataraku
Oh, what's the
Saibo,
other
and
one?
you got Hataraku
Oh,
Saibo
black. Black. What's it? Do you know the difference between black and the normal one?
Whoever they focus on.
Oh,
So Hataraku
that's sick.
Saibo is like the second season. And
yeah.
Black is just like a bit more in the like fighting aspect,
Yeah.
the antibodies and things like that.
Okay.
So,
Database remaster.
and that's like at least how it seems. Like
Am I a bad
that's
anime
gonna
fan
be
for
good
not knowing what
But it
database
sounds
is?
like different studios, which was what kind of surprised me.
I think that that's really cool actually, because then it's gonna have. I mean, like I'm assuming it's gonna have different animation styles. I haven't looked at the promotional art for it though.
It's similar.
I don't know.
Enough,
Do you
but
know?
It is a bit different.
I see.
Like you can see the difference, but it's not like jarring or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, like I came to the show because of voice actors, as you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
I wasn't super into the show, but it was entertaining. They like they did all the like doing like these I don't know. I just want to call them
Mhm.
biology memes
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Where are the
Right.
movies at? I seem to remember that there were some good movies that were supposed to be coming out too. Am I wrong about that?
Gintama last movie coming out. Wait, where is it?
Yeah, Gintama. Oh, Princess Principal was the one that I was interested in because I actually really like season 1 for Princess Principal.
Yeah, same dude. I was super into
And then I'm assuming people will want to watch Seitokai Yakuin Domo, but I never saw the first one.
I
So-
saw the first one and the second one, but actually I don't know why. I just
Mhm.
wasn't super
You weren't feeling
like I
it.
wasn't laughing as much, so I just
Gotcha.
stopped. I think at the second season at some point.
And then I know
Gintama
people.
movie is definitely like my highlight, and
Yeah,
still waiting for the
database is the
how it's
one
called,
banger Log Horizon OP. Oh, okay, I see what you're
the super
saying.
popular
Yeah,
shonen,
dude,
Demon Slayer.
Log Horizon has some good
Still
music.
waiting on the translation on that.
For Demon what?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? Oh, you're talking about the movie where they like are on the train,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
So that one aired, or not aired. They were showing it in Japan.
Yeah, it had like the
Um, yeah, but when was it? Because like usually there's like
month and
what?
a half ago. It's like the highest grossing film in Japan now.
Okay, so it was only a month and a half ago. Then I don't think we're gonna see it here for at
No,
least
it's not here.
another. What? No, no, no.
Oh,
I mean, like, I don't think that they're gonna translate it for like at least another 5 months. Because I mean,
yeah, probably. It's
the
gonna take a
delay
while.
is usually like 6 months plus. Like, there was that one really popular My Hero Academia movie that didn't get a translation for like 2 years, and people were sad. I was sad.
Yeah, I mean, I can get that.
Yeah.
Wait, do you watch with translation? Like, wouldn't you just watch the Japanese, or you don't feel like?
Well,
Gonna-
so I don't have a way to watch the Japanese version of it, like without subtitles. Like I don't know where I guess I could go
Oh,
onto some bootleg.
don't have
I could go onto a bootleg site or something, but I mean I don't have a way to watch it otherwise.
Got
So
it.
I just wait for the premieres usually, and like I have a really good time going to the premieres anyways, because normally like my friends who are local will go together, and it's just a fun way to hang out and watch something.
Okay, I see. I see.
Yeah, because like since I'm close to LA, we have some of the big premieres happen in LA, where like the director will come and that kind of thing. So
we don't have any premiere. What are you talking about, dude?
yeah, I watched Demon Slayer
different
for any other
different
story.
ones.
Sick visual moments, dude. It has some sick
Wait,
visuals though.
let's wait. Can we back up then? Like we did the
What are
Love
we?
Horizon thing and
Did
Hataraku Cycle,
I
right?
hold on? I think I'm accidentally. What the heck just happened to my? I don't know what happened, but I was on the seasonal tab, and now the seasonal tab is gone, and my stuff is all kinds of messed up. So let me get it back real quick.
I'm
Seasonal.
giving a long look to the camera.
It's gonna take me a while. I don't know what happened. There, I'm back. Except it's not gonna be showing up on OBS. Oh, it did. Nice, sweet.
Yeah, it does. Okay, that's great.
That is great. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Okay, so I guess are we done ish with Log Horizon? So I can update my spoiler alert.
I think so.
All right, what are we gonna talk about then? Did you see Promise Neverland?
Yeah. The first season.
You haven't seen the first episode of the second season yet?
I've seen the 2 episodes. Of this
Wait, hold on. There's a second episode.
Yeah.
When the second episode come out? Okay, let's only talk about the first. Let's only talk about the first episode then.
The first one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Okay. Because
so-
I think. Wait, hold on. What day does it come out? Because I obviously
Thursday?
don't know. Thursday. So it came
Oh,
out yesterday
wait,
for
wait.
me then.
It should be like.
Dang.
Wait, I think it should
Dude,
be like
this-
Thursday noonish for you, right?
This is what happens when you work and you don't do anything else.
It was like the day I think that you like didn't
Yeah.
sleep or something.
Oh, the day I didn't sleep? Yeah, that would probably be why I didn't watch it. Well, okay, I mean, I saw the first episode of the new season, so let's talk about that. Because I
Okay,
thought it
go
was
for it.
really cool.
How did how they picked up like because they jumped into it.
That's right. So
pretty
that was oh, okay, you meant metaphorically they jumped into it because I was gonna say they literally jumped into the forest at the end of the last
I mean,
season.
They did.
Yeah. That's where I thought you were coming from. But so yeah, I just wanted to make a really short comment about the end of the first season because I thought that it was like probably one of the most satisfying conclusions to a season that I've seen in recent years.
Season 1.
Yeah, season 1 because
Yeah, right.
because they sacrificed for that plan to work, and then they were able to escape basically without taking any injuries. And it was just amazing. It was just like the drama, the tension, everything. It's just beautiful, right?
So
I'm one of
they
those
had,
that
like,
wait until the episodes are out and then
I
start watching
think
it. I feel you.
First episode, I want to jump into the first. Like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop using the word jump. I swear at some point.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to get into it. That I thought it was amazing
Uh-huh.
how they did all the recap you needed. They gave you like a lot of like a show don't tell kind of exposition
Mhm.
about the last season, which was I thought was brilliant. Like how they show you like their like injuries like a lot
Yeah.
through their like
Yes.
through, I you say, like just their behavior, like their
Mm-hmm.
stamina,
Mm-hmm.
their like the whole state of like confusion and plan like that they
Yeah,
had. So I thought they did a really good job at like putting you exactly where you ended the last season at.
I agree. I agree. And
And then they just jumped into the action,
yes,
um, which I thought was great.
definitely, I agree with you 100%. And adding on to your comments, um, the the whole setup of that first episode and the way that they did the show don't tell was so good that you could probably actually get someone who has not seen season 1 to start watching from season 2, and they would kind of sort of follow along, because
So like as long as you give them like
the basic,
like the like the basic of like what's the farm.
yeah,
I
you
feel like
might
they
you
would get like most of it.
the thing is that you might not even you could even get away without doing that, and the reason why is because like there's the right amount of tension and action in the first episode, because you don't really need to understand like necessarily what's going on, because you see kids running away from a monster. It's obviously trying to eat them or something, and then you see other monsters that are trying to eat them, and you just understand that there is some kind of like really dramatic thing going on, and they're trying to escape. And that's all you really need to get on board with the story, is seeing the characters trying to flee, right, trying to get away. That's all you need. And so yeah, it was excellent. But there were a lot of
Yeah,
questions.
that's the thing that like I didn't think about it when I saw it, but it's actually a really good introduction episode because you can actually just start watching.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it because I always think like you gotta catch up on everything. But if you're not like if you don't know what's like the farm, if you don't think about like anything else, it's like the background. It
yeah,
doesn't really. It's not like necessary information
yeah,
to understand what's happening in the episode.
I
Which is
agree.
probably like a very good
and
thing.
and they very briefly alluded to the whole reason why the farm existed. Do you remember the monster with the sword? When he saw shoot, what's his face, the black-haired kid, who and he like revealed, yeah, and he revealed the tattoo on his neck, and then the alien was like, oh, we've got like a high quality one here,
Yeah,
and
like
that was all you needed, because then you instantly know, like, okay, like I'm talking like from the standpoint of someone who hasn't seen season 1, you could just get enough information from that and be like, okay, they're hunting these guys for a specific reason, they're not trying to kill them necessarily, and so it was just really great. But afterwards, when they passed out and then they were brought, Emma and the other one was brought to this, like, I guess it was like a secret location or something, and then they ran into the other monsters, and that's when I had already been suspecting at that point that they were monsters, because it wasn't like 100% clear.
I mean, yeah, they didn't look very human.
They didn't look very human, but you couldn't be 100% sure. But then once they got to the point where the girl was like leading them away, I was like, okay, this girl's a monster, right? And so there's a lot of questions that were raised there, and obviously I didn't see episode 2 yet.
Obviously, we have a gap now in knowledge.
Yeah.
So let me just pick your brain. What do you think?
I mean,
these two like.
It's so
monsters.
my first impression is very simple, that there are just some monsters in this world that don't care about eating humans, and that's it. And you, because like,
chill.
and they're just chill, right? Because it just makes sense that could be a possibility, right? So I mean, I'll watch that second episode tomorrow, but it was really cool. It was fantastic first episode.
Yeah, so I totally agree. I'm glad it's back for a second
Yeah,
season.
slice of life stuff.
It was
You're
one
like
of
Yuri
these
Camp.
shows I was
Good
really
stuff.
afraid ain't gonna get like a second season. Even
Yeah.
though the first season ended like in a very like good place. Like I wanted more of this. So yeah, I'm really glad it got the second season.
Real quick, have you read the manga?
Nope. I never read. 'cause
You
I'm
never
older.
read manga? Okay.
No, I read manga sometimes, but mostly like stuff I have like back there and like I don't
Yeah.
know, I see my shelf. like manga.
Yeah,
Like mostly it's gonna be like hard copies because it's like really hard for me to read from computer. Like the
gotcha.
things I read from like computer is like things like Berserk, which I'll never buy the entirety.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel you. Well, the reason why I was asking is because I think that there may not be a whole lot of material for like a season 3. Because I remember that some of my friends who do read the manga, they were talking about like the length of it and that kind of thing. But um, I mean, well, we'll just see how far they get with season 2. I don't know if season 2 is intended to like try to catch up or what, but I actually don't even know how many episodes we have. Okay, according to Mal, it says we've got 11 episodes in
yeah,
the second season. So
it's gonna be short, and we
yeah,
better make the
short.
most of it.
Sounds like it.
And it already seems like they're covering a lot because, like in manga, whatever we saw in the first episode is like
Yeah.
already a lot,
Yeah,
like a
Wait.
chase scene and all that.
which I'm fine with. I actually prefer really fast pacing as long as I don't feel like I'm missing gaps in my information.
Mhm.
So I'm cool with it. Definitely looking forward to more of that. I'm just scrolling down. I don't know if you wanted to go to Attack on Titan now.
Last, or like we can, I don't know, whatever we need to do about Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Like all I need to do is go like small screech, go like, and I think it'll be good. Like there's other stuff to be for
Yeah.
sure interested
I
in.
mean,
Like this season.
because the thing
talk
is
about.
that like since there's already 4 or 5 episodes of Attack on Titan out, I feel like there's a lot to talk about there. So, you know.
Okay, we'll see what we do about it later.
Okay. So,
Um,
did you watch first episode of the Slime anime?
no,
Okay. I haven't watched it
haven't?
yet. I have not watched it.
I haven't even like added it to my watch list. Actually,
Okay.
I don't think I will watch.
So I watched the
wasn't
first
impressed
season.
with the first
I
season.
watched the first season. I thought it was, enjoyable. I liked it, but I'm not like hyped about the second season or anything. So I'll probably get to it when I get to it. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like I watched the first season.
Yeah.
Yoda knows. I watched the second season, and I was like, yeah, that's.
Oh,
I don't know, it's kind of funny.
maybe we should talk about ReZero.
ReZero,
Yes.
ReZero. You watched the first episode. and
I
then-
watched everything so far,
Okay.
which is
So-
what two episodes? 2 episodes, right?
Yeah, 2 episodes.
I've watched 2 episodes.
So-
Yes.
ReZero, yet again, proving that no matter what you do, as long as you keep it thrilling and you keep your determination up, I'm gonna be engaged.
the magic formula for Poser to want to watch an anime, right?
I don't know. It's like
That's funny.
I feel so engaged with this show by now. It's like every time an episode comes out, I'm just like I'm watching it immediately, and
Yeah.
like the time passes too fast. It feels like 5 minutes for each episode.
For real. And
is a
so
good time.
we should say though that there are major spoilers in the following,
There are
like
major spoilers
10 minutes
in
of
this
discussion
season.
or whatever.
Yeah. So the way that the game changed from
Yeah.
like him like against himself kind of world
Uh-huh.
to a world where here comes the spoilers. Other people like Roswell are aware in some sense that he can die and return and like what he's going through,
Yeah.
and the way that they interact with him changed completely the entire perspective I have on the show. And I think like for Zubero as well, like changes completely like how he like experiences it.
Uh-huh.
And like his like now like contest, like how do we wanna call it, like the fact that now it's like it's a battle against like someone, like a specific someone
It's kind of a race
that we
against
know is responsible.
there's multiple battles, right? One
Mhm.
against a person and another one against time. Because remember,
Yeah.
he only has like 3 days or something like that
Yeah, but that's
before.
the battle he had like in the first part as well. Like that's what we saw already.
So
like,
yes, but that same time limit still exists even in the last few episodes that came out, you know?
Yeah, what I mean is like they added on top of that like battle against time that he was looped
Yeah.
in. Like they added like the battle against Roswell, because now there's like another thing he needs to do. He
Right,
needs to
I see what you're
convince
saying.
him as well.
Which he was able to do.
Which, but it's another stake because every time he starts again, like his interaction with him is going to be different.
Different and better, because so Subaru is the kind of person that is able to make small changes every single time he comes back and figure out how best to change people's minds, because that's really what makes him the character that he is, like as good as he is at solving problems, is that he tries to understand like what is the thing that he can say to get people on his side, right?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that though, I guess if we're just like kind of trying to limit our discussion to the last 2 episodes that came out, so Roswell somehow knows that Subaru can combat.
And we know how he knows for like Echidna and like the Book of Prophecy.
So
that he
yeah,
has.
sorry, the Book of Prophecy. That's that's right. Then so Subaru convinces him to be on his side, but then they have to deal with what's his face? Garfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
like,
that's always a problem.
Like not a bad guy, just like an obstacle. Really.
Yeah, an obstacle, but you know, fairly, you know, annoying one. It's not that they can't deal with him. They don't want to kill him is the problem, right? Because they don't need to go to that length to get to their goal. Because what they're actually like, the final end result is that they just want people to be able to escape from the sanctuary, right? And the part that's making it hard is that nobody wants this to happen unless Emilia is the one to do it. So, and of course Emilia is going through her own bag of crap, you know, in her internal struggles.
It seems like they finally are gonna start tackling that,
right? Because
from the last episode.
Exactly, because from the last episode, Subaru finally confronted her about it, right? Because from the beginning, in other words, from season 2, part 1, Subaru was kind of trying to get her to open up about it on her terms, but it wasn't happening. Like, she just didn't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah,
but
she just like got like she just got to avoid it, and he started dealing with other things, and now he's finally like starting to solve like problem by problem instead of like chasing every end of like the plot line.
Yeah, totally. And so now in the last episode, Subaru finally got to the point where he was like, you know what, we need to make this plan happen, and the only way that it's going to happen is if we have a chat like right here, right now. I don't care if you're not in the right emotional frame of mind to have this chat, but we're going to talk. And so he he kind of forced it on her, really. And she called him out on that too, because there was a part during the entire last scene of the latest episode where she specifically said to him, you're not considering my feelings right now. And she was 100% correct about that. But he still felt like he needed to push forward anyways, because that's how important his mission was, right? And I thought that was interesting. Like, you know, if I was Subaru, I don't know what I would have done, but I mean, the guy pulled it off somehow, you know. So
no, he finally like managed to do like so far he was like, I never want to go against Emilia. I always want to support her. But he finally like is like doing the I can support her while confronting her.
Yeah.
Like balance, that's what we were like looking for. That's good. I'm very excited to see like their development.
Yeah.
Like the ending was also quite the hanger.
I'm sure people loved that ending, but I think what you said was what I've been thinking. I was trying to kind of convey that too, because like I think he basically didn't know how to support her, was his problem, you know, because his whole strategy was just like, I'm gonna throw all this like love and affection at you, and let's see what sticks. But now that he actually has a different objective, which is to like, you know, save the people at the mansion, get Roswell on board, escape from the sanctuary, and all of these things are very like loosely connected to Amelia, then he's like, okay, we gotta get going. Like, I don't have time for your internal struggles right now. so he really brought it to her, and I was like, okay, this is good progression, right? Like, we're getting somewhere here. So yeah.
Totally with you.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to just read over chat real quick, because let's see.
Is your chat burning?
Yeah, hold on. Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me give me a minute to catch up on my chat, because I've been ignoring them. I've been ignoring people. Okay. I think Roswell has sacrificed pretty much everything he has had in order to be with Echidna or revive her. Yeah. Stop abusing checkpoints against Subaru. So, you know, Subaru does quote unquote abuse his checkpoints, but I think it's okay, because he goes through such a huge ordeal to use his power that, like, I think that the cost that he pays kind of justifies the fact that he has such a broken ability. I don't know what you think about that.
I mean, he's safe. He saves Scumming.
He saves Scumming.
Like, really hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has to.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what else is XC saying? Wants to justify and legitimize these actions by forcing Subaru to do the same for Amelia, because if he can make Amelia happy without that much sacrifice, it means Roswell lost everything for no reason. That's why he said that you have to go insane like me to achieve what you want. I agree with that.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree. And well, let's see. Oh yeah, we actually kind of completely glossed over Otto being like the real MVP.
Being the MVP of the
the
show.
MVP of the show, dude. We totally didn't we didn't talk about Otto at all, but he's like such a bro. So
yeah, I mean, cause the thing with Otto,
yeah,
is that, like, there's nothing to say. He's just like, he is what you would call a friend. He's always there for him.
You know,
he doesn't do anything insane. He just
Arius, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub to Salome. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, I was gonna make a comparison between Otto and the dude from Lord of the Rings. What's his name? Samwise Gamgee. Sam.
Yep.
Because
like,
the reason why people like Sam is because he has this superhuman loyalty, and Otto is kind of the same way with his, like, he just wants to be Subaru's friend, and he's so diehard about like helping him that you can't hate him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just good.
Yeah,
he's just good to him.
He's just cool. Okay, let me catch up with the last 2 comments. I think the way Subaru approaches the problem was kind of wrong, but I give him a pass because he's gone through way too much. Yeah, that's true. I give him a pass with most things because of the stuff he had to go through. I agree. So we briefly talked about this last year, Poser, when we were discussing ReZero and Subaru specifically. I mentioned that a lot of people that I know don't like ReZero because Subaru is really weak in the first season. And my argument, I can't remember what your opinion was at the time, but my argument back then was that, like, he's supposed to be weak. You know, like, because, like, he doesn't have his one magic spell that he can do that doesn't really count as useful because he doesn't do anything with it. And he is basically banking all of his usefulness off of the fact that he can make adjustments to his personal timeline, right? And he has to go through a lot of crap to do that, and I think that's why I give him a pass when he's like super cringe, and he's just like, that's like part of his way to deal with, you know, all the stuff that happens to me, and I'm just like, whatever, like, you know, give the dude a pass. He's struggling.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that. So yeah, that's ReZero.
That's ReZero.
I would really like to see
Resuffer.
the path of Amelia being unfolded. We started like seeing into it through like Puck.
There was that one OVA too that also gave a little bit of backstory, but not much.
Yeah, like you mean the snow one, right?
The snow one.
Yeah, so again, it's like it's still super vague. So
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see like what's up. Why is she that way? Like, what's up with her like mother figure?
Yeah, I mean, like, so her memories are coming back now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna know
Because they were like
more.
locked by
They were,
Puck, right?
yeah, right. Which we never got an explanation for why he locked her memories away.
I think it's probably like it's like part of their pact probably. Like,
Yeah.
because you know they had a pact, and like as part of like unsealing that pact, she gets her memories back. So probably I
Oh,
think like he was like bound to protect her, and since she wasn't capable of dealing with the memories, like he sealed the memories as well. And now that she wants her memories back, he has to undo the pact.
okay.
Disappear.
Okay,
Like
that
that's
makes
how I
sense.
understood it.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's like what I understood from like the last episode.
Gotcha.
So yeah, exciting stuff.
Okay.
Dude, there's so many shows.
There's so many
Like, I'm
shows.
seeing.
Okay, so
See it now, 'cause-
let's move on to some other show then.
Can we
Is it?
go to the right of ReZero? Are you watching Horimiya?
I haven't started it.
There's only one episode.
I
It's not
know.
too late.
I know.
The beginning.
No,
of the
I'm
season, so everything is great.
I intend to watch this show. You can go ahead and talk about it. And I think anything episode 1 is like that's not continuing. That's not continuing is free.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
No, I don't
This-
think that there are spoilers to
I'm not
talk
gonna
about.
spoil it.
Like if it's not like a season 2 or something, then I think that it's free
No,
territory.
What I mean is like there's nothing to spoil. Like this show is like gonna be very like character drama type of show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like relationships between like there's like it seems to be like there will be like 9 main characters as they
Yeah.
show in the poster. And basically like they're gonna like probably explore their inner relationships, like who would love who, be attracted to who's gonna be a friend for who, or
Alright,
like,
dude.
whatever, things like that.
Yeah.
Then just kind of like explore like the characters. The thing is like from the first
Go eat
episode,
lunch.
characters feel very good. It feels like you know like
Mhm.
how I know the character types, like the story is not anything new,
Yeah.
but when the character chemistry is like very good, then like things really work. So I'm thinking like back in like Golden Time, which is like 10 years ago actually.
Yeah.
Like I remember like I thought the characters like I generally like knew like Coco, like if you remember from Golden Time. I don't know if you watched it. It's like the same character like other
Mhm.
characters I've seen before, like a rich spoiled tsundere and like all that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we know them, but like when the chemistry works, like it really drives the show.
That's
I feel
true.
like this show is really good chemistry. So I'm super into it. I really loved the first episode. It was really nice. There's not like spoilers if you're into like character like and relationship kind of shows, like relationship between characters.
Yeah, I'm
like,
all
this-
about that.
I feel like it's a very
I'm all
good
about that.
show
Let's
this
let's
season
I'm
to
ready.
catch up to.
That was a good pitch.
Um,
I'm on board.
Let's go. I'm pitching. I'm pitching hard.
I-
This is the
I'm
beginning of the
I'm
season.
on board. I can go
Nothing to
for
say about Nanatsu no Taizai. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's like the 4th season. It's been airing for years. Let's see.
Mhm.
I'm looking because I know. Oh, there's like the Spider Show. So this morning I watched the 2nd episode for the Spider Show.
What's the Spider show?
It's like a spider isekai.
Oh, Kumo desu ka?
I'm
Yeah,
just gonna,
I
like,
didn't watch
do I
it.
need
Go
to-
ahead. Go ahead and pitch it to me. Good or bad?
Okay, so we have a classroom. Okay, there's no classroom, dude. The classroom doesn't exist. The
Okay.
teacher, okay, she was like a gamer, neat person.
Yeah.
She turned into a spider.
Okay.
We're in a fantasy world. Okay, she needs to level up. She's super weak.
Yeah.
She needs to get her shit. It's pretty funny. Like you follow her. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Whoa, twist. All of her classroom turned to people
Uh-huh.
in this world with much effect. Possibly they will encounter her. Who knows? Maybe she'll become an overlord spider. We don't know how strong she'll get, but she has like this mega grindy attitude.
Oh
and
boy.
she's gonna try and get good. You know,
Oof,
she's
okay.
like a lesser small
sounds like
useless
me.
spider starts, and she's gonna do the grind. Okay, so
That
if
sounds
you ever
like me.
wanted to see somebody levels up in World of Warcraft, that's the show. Okay, But
I
it's-
would
it's-
actually watch that. I would watch that.
Okay.
Okay. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, my standards. Okay.
That's funny.
Okay, you want to talk about Eurocat? Like, because
Yeah, we can talk.
I'm
We can
gonna
talk about
watch-
your camp. We can talk about Your Camp. I would say that there aren't really spoilers for Your Camp. It's just one of those type of shows, you know, where it's like in the cute girls doing cute things category, and it's extremely laid back. Um, I mean, what's there to say about Your Camp? Really, it's about girls that just want to go on camping adventures together. Sometimes, they don't have the money to do it. They get jobs to like fund their camping interests, and they just have a good time together. And it's just one of those shows. It's just chill, you know.
Yep.
Something that you know you could even like toss in the background and just like not even pay attention to it, and just have a good time.
I marked it as a show that I'll be watching, but I'm not sure yet. I'm like on the fence of if I'll do Your Camp season 2.
And the thing
First
is,
season was like
yeah.
okay for me, but
And so like I really liked season 1, but I mean I will recommend this show to people, but at the same time, like I totally get that it's not for everybody because like it doesn't really have a story, so and like some people just want something meatier. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you.
My
Okay.
kind of anime.
I'm
My
gonna
man.
jump to
Kobayashi,
shows
my
to the
man.
right. Jakukara.
Yeah, that OP.
Or, like, I
delicious.
don't know how you call it. Tomozaki-kun.
Tomozaki-kun?
The Get Good at Light show.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need to pitch? Me and Usu already talked about it. a
You
bit.
can. I was not part of this discussion, so you can go ahead and pitch it to me because I haven't seen the first episode yet.
Gamer, fighting game
Okay.
gamer. Okay. Main character, best in Japan, top
Ooh,
gamer.
love it.
material, okay?
You had me at top gamer.
Right. So his philosophy,
Uh huh.
the real world, is like Soge. Okay.
Oh boy.
And everybody should just play fucking Takafam, which is kind of like, I mean, it's like Super Smash Bros. Basically.
I
That's how
see.
it looks like. And then like he schedules a meeting, like an offline, with another player who's the second best player in Japan.
I like
Okay.
it.
Apparently, it's his classmate, and she's like the most popular, like perfect girl
Oh,
ever.
is this a romance too?
Wait for it. Whoa,
You gotta tell
you're
me.
going fast.
You gotta tell me it's a romance. I can already tell.
Oof. So what happens is apparently she's super disappointed
That's
with him
funny.
being a failure at life.
Wait,
And
what?
he's super disappointed with her being like this perfect girl, and she's good at games. What the fuck? That's not fair.
Disappointed at someone for being the perfect girl and also good at games. Wow, couldn't be me.
Disappointed with life. Okay. Because it's like unfair.
Shit.
And
Yeah.
what's happening is that she decides to teach him how to be good at life with the goal of him getting good at life.
Uh-huh.
That's like the first episode concludes with them like making like goals
pact.
for progression.
Yeah.
So it's like be able to be social, get a girlfriend by the third year is like the medium goal, and
Mhm.
the third goal is like getting good at life. Basically.
getting good
I
at.
think
I
that's-
I like how that's the
so
last
the show is
one.
basically like getting good.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
about getting good.
that sounds motivational. I'll watch it.
So yeah, I think it's a very good show for us secluded people who sometimes become very cynical towards life.
Yeah.
It's somewhat funny. Besides that, nothing too insane. Like it's what do you expect generally? And,
Sanver 00.
probably, like,
Hello.
they're gonna
Thank you for the
be-
follow.
Like they're probably gonna get together at some point. Because that's
I mean, that's
mean,
like
yeah.
guaranteed, right? They're
Yeah,
they're
right.
on the promotional art. They're gonna get
Yeah,
together.
right.
Like it might be the third
Yeah.
season, but it's gonna happen.
it might not happen,
All
but
right.
it's gonna happen. Okay. So that's the show. It's kind of chill, somewhat funny sometimes.
Yeah.
And like main character is like is very gloomy, so yeah. Sometimes it's fun. Okay.
Okay.
Kimono Jihen. I'm trying to run them so we don't like go over time like insanely.
Sure.
Um.
So
Technology-
I watched the first episode out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you think? Like, what do you think about it?
Well, first of all, I liked it. But one thing that kind of stood out to me for this show was that the animation reminded me of older shows. Like
True.
it reminded me of shows that came out like in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's not a bad
So,
thing.
I don't know. Show reminded me of Soul Eater for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't look like it.
Hmm.
Just that it reminded me of it, and like
Yeah.
I wanted to say like choreography kind of feel, like the way that characters move,
Yes.
not like in the art style. So this kind of like 2000s action
Yeah.
kind of feel, which was, I don't know, I felt like a kid a bit watching this.
Yeah, it
felt
has
really cool.
it has a traditional shonen vibe to it, I think. So, I like it. So there was, I actually didn't see that mini twist like 3/4 of the way through where the kid was one of the, demons or whatever. I didn't see that coming, which was like surprising because they kind of like, flashed it in your face like this guy has red eyes and he's got this talisman. There's something. There's something. And
Weird.
it just caught me off guard. It just caught me off guard, dude. So, well, anyways, I thought.
Like it's really hard to notice sometimes.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, but you know what I thought was really cool was the dude. What I don't. The detective. He was. At first, I thought like I wasn't really feeling like his character design. Like the hair and like the suit. I was like, he doesn't. I can bring it up on screen too.
Bringing up the voice actor, it was like insane, right?
Okay, so obviously the voice actor Suwabe Junichi is like one of the OGs. He's amazing. He's got that really deep bassy voice which everybody loves, and he is extremely popular. But the character that he plays, which is Inugami, just doesn't, I don't know, I didn't really like the character design, but his abilities were awesome because he has that like ghost pistol. Dude, that was amazing. Dude, there was that scene where he shot the demon thing that they were hunting, and then the bullet casing drops to the floor and it like bounces once and then disappears into air. I was like, oh my god, like I felt like a kid again, like you said, dude. I was like, that's amazing. Like I've never seen that before. That was so cool.
Yeah, that show really shot me back like 10-15 years back.
Yeah.
To where I started, like the point where I started watching anime is like, okay, that felt really good. It felt really nostalgic.
It
and
did.
I
It did. I'm down. So I'm down to watch the rest of that.
Voice actor, I don't remember names, but I'm looking now for like
the
roles
dude.
he did. Like,
yeah, the dude is popular.
He's like he did some of the bigger roles.
Oh yeah.
In like memory.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah.
He's got tons and tons of roles.
Okay, so that was Kemono Jihen.
Okay.
The skate anime. You check that?
Which one?
Skating.
Skating. What's it called?
It's called SK, and then it's like the Infi site.
Oh, I didn't check it out. Just looking at the art for it reminds me of this old like rollerblading show called Air Gear.
Oh wait, I saw you rated Air Gear at like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember how low you rated it. Air Gear was okay.
Okay, Air Gear was okay. I know exactly why I gave it such a low score, because I thought that like in the second half of the show it was just like all fan service, and I wasn't feeling it at the time, but I actually liked the show.
So yeah, they went really heavy.
They went heavy on the fan service.
I feel like the first like
Air Gear does start off cool. Yeah, Air Gear does start off really cool, which is why I liked it in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, same. But
well,
skate.
Anyway,
okay.
So talk to me about skate.
Okay. I'm just not gonna cover the flaws. Okay.
Okay.
Characters. Not super interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Is it somewhat like amusing at times? Maybe a bit, but nothing crazy. Okay. Is like the idea of like having a world which is by the way very similar to Air Gear, where like there's like squads of skaters.
I knew it.
Is it new? Is it like super interesting? Oh, okay.
Can be.
But okay, let me put the caveat.
Okay.
The action in the first episode. If that does, just check the action scene. Okay.
Okay.
There's like this.
I'll
like,
watch it.
Skating scene. Just watch it without context. It's not spoilers. Who cares? Just watch it.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about it. Okay. Well, this like homework. Just
Okay.
check it out. It's like somewhere into like the I think towards like the 14 or 15 minutes
Yeah.
into the episode. Just check it out. Like this show doesn't. You just shouldn't care about spoilers
Oh
for this
boy.
show. The story's not gonna be interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna put it right there. Okay, this is not for the plot.
not
It's
for the
like
plot.
watching God of High School. Okay, the action is gonna be epic in this
Okay.
show.
I'm down.
I'm so
I like
you see, if
skateboarding.
you like it,
I used to
watching it,
skate.
and if not, then it's fine.
I used to skate back in the day.
Really,
I did back in the day.
I used to try and fail.
Yeah. So of the stuff that's remaining down here, I want to check out the volleyball show. Haven't watched it yet, and I want to check
Yeah,
out
dude,
X Arm, and I haven't watched that
Okay,
yet.
the volleyball show. It's a sports show. Everybody, we on this podcast, we love sports shows.
We
okay?
love
Go watch your
sports.
shows.
Love sports.
Go do it.
No,
Good stuff. It's
beauty.
by David. So we don't like that they're not doing part 6 of JoJo, but we like when they do anime in general because David are doing a good job.
Indeed.
Okay. There's nothing to say about this. It's like a sports show and it's fun and people play volleyball and it's cool.
Do you watch
Unless-
Nonon Beauty?
No,
I see.
it's like it's one of these shows again that's just like not for me. Like, I
Yeah.
recognize it
I see.
earlier. It's like the show is just like I can't like
I
like the-
I haven't tried the first season, and this is apparently the third season. But you know, I definitely
it's actually more than third season, right? Because it says third season, but I think
Oh.
there's like more parts even.
X
There's,
Arm
like, more than
animation is
3
a
parts, I don't know if
disaster.
you're-
Really?
There's like repeat as well and all
Oh.
this other stuff.
Did you watch X Arm? Can we talk about X Arm? Because Kobayashi is saying that the animation is not good.
So I wrote in my Discord.
Yeah.
Let me just check
Oh,
what
boy.
exactly was the phrasing.
Good lord.
It's like it's in anime.
Okay.
That's like the last sentence. So X Arm.
Yeah.
That's like open quote. So X Arm was more visually upsetting than 2016 Berserk. I don't know if I can keep watching this. I
Oh,
could barely
God.
pay attention.
Good lord.
I want to shoot you a video.
Wait, hold on a minute. Didn't we have an anime text channel in your? Where did it go? Oh, you
I-
renamed it to Anime.
That's your fault.
Oh, okay.
That's definitely your fault. Wait. I don't know if like can
Yeah.
can you show a video
I
if it's like a YouTube video?
I'd rather put it in after, like when I'm editing to upload it.
I'll send it to you.
Okay,
You watch this.
I'll watch it.
And if you're capable of watching this
Okay.
without laughing, then you're allowed to watch X Arm and enjoy it. And
Oh,
if you
good-
can't,
Oh,
then,
good lord.
like,
How
take
long
me
is
out like the rest?
this clip?
It's really long, I think.
That's pretty long. Okay, I'll watch it later.
Let me open. Oh, it's like 3.5 minutes.
Okay, well, too long to play on stream, so I will. Yeah, I'll watch it later.
X Arm, like I didn't check anything about this show. It just looked cool.
I mean, the
then,
the
like-
art looks cool. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to say anything. Just like watch the clip, okay?
I'll watch the clip. I'll
Because
watch
the
the clip.
clip is a bit.
Holy
like, better
crap, dude.
quality than the
The
okay?
mouse score so far is a 2.32. Hold on, let me freaking click
higher
on
than
this, dude.
expected.
Oh my
Let me,
god,
like-
this is low even for mouse standards. Good lord almighty, what did they do to the show?
Ranked 1 right now.
Visual
Here I am.
Flight? What else does Visual Flight do?
Well, I don't know. Let's check. Let's see what they got.
They don't have anything else. Okay, well, and apparently they will
Well,
probably
don't think
never
they'll
have
have
anything
anything
else.
And that's
Oh,
a one
shoot,
and done
dude.
studio.
That's a one and done. That's a feels bad. Oof.
So I
That-
was super excited for the
that-
show just based on how it looks like.
Yeah.
Like the name was like XR.
X Arm. Yeah.
Like the poster looked cool, and I
The
was like,
poster looks
okay, I'll
cool.
watch it. I got into the first episode, and
Yeah.
the OP started rolling. I was like,
Oh god, from the
Wait.
OP?
yeah, and I was like, oh, dude, they did the
Ugh.
OP like in this animation, I guess. And I was
Go
like, but
figure.
the show is not gonna be like this, right?
Oh
And then the show
no.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, that's a
And I
yikes.
just sat there. Through the episode, I was
Yeah.
texting and another
Yeah,
friend,
yeah.
and like, what's going on the screen?
Good
I
god.
don't understand.
Wow.
This is so painful.
Okay. No wonder it got wow, 2. That's bad.
So here's the thing. Like for the longest time, I'm citing Pupa as my worst anime of all time. I'm
Yeah.
considering watching this just to make sure this is the one.
That it
It is the
is
one.
that it is the
This might
one.
be the worst anime I will
Okay.
ever complete, possibly.
That I feel like
Um,
that's a pretty big statement coming from you, Poser.
yeah, I didn't even imagine something like that to come.
Yeah.
But this show feels like it feels like the bloopers to an abridged series of itself
Yuck.
in a very cringe way. Like,
Wow. Good lord. Okay,
so
let's
I'm
move.
considering continuing this just for that, but yeah, it's terrible. I don't recommend you to check it out or do anything that is related.
That's pretty strong anti-recommendation. So for the rest of the
That's my
stuff, yeah, for the rest of the stuff below that, I don't really have like a whole lot to comment on. Is there anything that you want to talk about for these?
I watched first episode of Kai Byoi.
Is it worth pitching?
Did you watch XXX Holic?
No.
Anybody in your chat watched it? It's basically like that, but kind of like less
This-
mature and kind of quirky.
Kai Byoi. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Looks like it could be
what I'm
a
assuming
Rome.
it's gonna be is like,
Supernatural.
It's gonna be like an yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'll tell you what's XXX Holic, because that's a show I'll definitely pitch, and like it will kind of explain what this show does.
Okay.
But not as good.
Okay.
XXX Holic takes like these like cases of like it's very episodical in its nature. And,
Yeah.
Like basically there's this like medium or like this like spiritual person that's called I think her name is even Reiko or something.
Uh-huh.
And she like people come to her shop and they ask for help, and they have like this problem, like I don't know, like I'm not being heard, or like my mother is like doesn't accept me, or like random
Uh-huh.
like day-to-day troubles. So
Yeah.
she gives them like a solution, and basically like it like what she gives them is like she kind of forces them to face their problems, and she doesn't
Mhm.
care like if they like live through it, die through it, and, like what happens to them. She's like, completely neutral.
Yeah.
Have an agenda. She just helps people if they have a problem, basically,
Gotcha.
in her own way. She doesn't have anything to gain from it,
Mhm.
and she connects with like spiritual like ghosts and demons and whatever.
Uh-huh.
So this is like that, but it seems like the doctor person. There's like a doctor, and he's like healing people who have like illnesses.
Mhm.
That's what it seems like this show will be.
Okay.
They have like spiritual illnesses, basically. So
Hmm.
it's another episode. to
Sounds
see
a
if
little
it's-
bit like Mushishi, but not as good.
So yeah, again, it's like it feels like a bad.
So my
Not
my
bad.
chat's asking. Kobayashi is asking, XXX Holic as in Clamp XXX Holic. I don't know what the difference is. Do you know what he
Wait, let
means?
me- no, I'll just bring up like XXX Holic.
What's Clamp? I don't know what Clamp is supposed to mean in this context because I'm noob. I'm noob anime watcher.
This is like XXX Holic.
I'm taking a look at your screen.
Um,
Okay,
it's
that
like
that art looks way cooler than Kai Byoi's.
show. By the way, I super recommend it.
Wow, that's a solid 8. That's a solid 8.
It's a solid 9 in my.
Well,
book,
yeah, I'm just saying. I'm saying for Mal's standards, you know what I mean? Like this.
yeah, the fan base for this show is like pretty like solid because
Okay.
like whoever gets into the show is like really into it usually.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It's like it's very solid. It will remind you of some Mushishi vibes, but more in like but less vague. I
But
guess,
shorter,
less,
probably.
more like yeah.
Probably faster paced too.
This show is actually not short at
Oh,
all.
not
It has,
shorter.
like a lot of content.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm down for that
It
too.
has like more seasons.
Yeah.
And seasons and a movie that's really good.
Oh, dang, they got the whole package.
Yeah, so I really recommend XXX Holic before you ever watch this show, but I'm gonna give it another episode.
Okay.
You should check if they're doing a better job, because the first one was very average, like kind of like who here like he like basically he's treating a daughter who's like a child star,
Mhm.
kind of a child idol person, who's like she's not capable of crying. That's like the setup. She's not capable of crying like real tears. I'm not gonna spoil anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, It
Is it
feels like an average version of existing stuff, so I would always recommend like the better stuff first.
gotcha? Yeah, I'm down to check it out. I'll have to toss it on my list before I forget. Or if you shoot me the mail, I can also remember that way too.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a new Strike Witch this season?
The new Strike Witch?
I don't know. Kobayashi's asking. I wasn't sure. I didn't see it on the list. I just looked for it right now. I didn't find it. Maybe he might have been looking at your screen. I don't know. I do want to switch over to Attack on Titan since we did skip over that.
I feel like we
Yeah.
glossed over.
We did. We didn't talk about Attack on Titan, and I have a couple things to say about it.
Go for it. Tell me,
Um,
why do you hate it?
no, I don't hate it.
Okay.
Actually, you know, the interesting thing is that one of my friends said that I don't know why the heck hold on one second. One of my friends said that he didn't appreciate the pacing for the first few episodes because he said that it was actually kind of overwhelming to learn about like all the different lore stuff that they were dumping on people. I don't know. Do you have an opinion on that?
I have two opinions, like the jump into mine. Like I didn't think about this before. So
Oh.
I'm like
Okay.
So I have two opinions. One of them is mine, which is like that felt like a good pacing to me. Like the first 3 episodes, I feel like did a pretty good job of like displaying like that world, the current political situation in it. Like it feels weird maybe because the jump is big, and when you like try to think of like things that are not shown on screen, like what's happening with Eren and his friends, like and all that, then it could be confusing. But I don't think the pacing was a problem. It's just like they're doing something here that's like not connected. They don't want you to
agree.
or anything else.
I agree.
So the pacing I thought was good. And the second thing that just popped into my head, like alongside it, is that I feel like first season of Attack on Titan did the same thing, basically. It was like same kind of pacing generally. 3 episodes to catch like the whole like political situation. Like,
Gotcha.
So it felt pretty natural to me in like pacing and for the show as well to do that. It's just like you won't usually get to like New World exposition kind of situations in a show. Most shows don't do like these kind of time skips, and like make context skips, I guess I should say.
I see.
But the pacing felt good. I felt very informed at the end of 3 episodes.
Yeah, there was like a time skip that happened though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and I think that maybe that time skip was a little unclear. I didn't really have a problem like picking up on the time skip. I don't know if they ended last season with the time skip or not. I can't remember. Did they?
No, they didn't.
Okay, so they didn't. I just wanted to make sure. But I mean, I was able to tell. Like it wasn't super obvious at first, but then as I watched more episodes, I was like, okay, they had a time skip, you know.
Yeah.
And that was fine. I was on board with that because I did want to know about all the stuff that was going on the other side of the ocean, and they were giving me all of that. Like that's the exact stuff that I had been wondering about at the end of the last season. That's exactly what we asked for, exactly, because at some point at the end of last season is when Eren finally made it to the coast, right? Because they crossed the desert or something, and then they basically got to the port where the ships were going to dock, and then after that it was like, okay, there's this whole new world out there. Like we didn't even think about this, and so I was really hungry for that new information, and they gave us all that in the first 2 episodes of this season. But 3rd episode was set up for the last episode that came out.
Wait, are we 4 episodes in? Like I just want to make sure because I actually can't keep count.
I think it's 4 episodes in so far.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
was
actually confused.
Either way.
I thought we had 5. I could be wrong.
Maybe we're on episode 5. Maybe we're on episode 5. I've watched everything up to whatever's current. But my point was that the second to last episode was a setup
Or
episode.
episode 5. Yeah. So 3 episodes of exposition. That's why I remembered.
There you go.
3 episodes of exposition. Then we had like the 4th. That was like the okay. Things are starting to get shaky here.
Yeah, the fourth episode.
Like the like the wait, what? The yeah.
Yeah, well,
like,
everything blew up in the 5th episode, like literally
yeah.
blew up in this 5th episode. It was great though. I obviously, the payoff at the very end of the 5th episode was amazing, but the lead up to it was excellent too. I was talking about this with my brother because he's been watching it as well, and one of the cool things that they did to add tension to the scene where Eren is talking to Reiner in the basement of that one place, they did several things actually. First, Eren showed that he was already ready to transform, right? Because he held up his hand. He's like, I cut my hand in advance, like, you're trapped here.
This is happening. Like, you get ready, okay?
And then afterwards, he said, not only am I ready to transform right now, but above us, we have a lot of people living in their houses, and you don't want me to transform. So it was this massive threat, and that Reiner couldn't do anything about, because this is his homeland. And at this point in time, Eren is already really well aware that Reiner has sacrificed basically his whole life to save the people that they're that are living above them, right? So that's why he knows that he has Reiner in a corner. Yeah, exactly, because he's like, you're gonna sit down and talk with me right now, otherwise everyone's gonna die. And so super tense. Like it was just amazing, right? Especially because what made it even just like the cherry on top was that Falco was there. And those first 3 episodes where we're following the viewpoint from Falco, and just like watching a lot of things unfold from his eyes, and just seeing his reaction to like, holy crap, like this is not going down the way that I thought it was supposed to. I thought that this was Reiner's friend, but actually it's his enemy type of thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, and we know he has, like, Eren has allies going around, and we saw Armin. Did you notice the Armin part?
So
we saw like the blonde hair, we saw the eyes, and we saw she recognized him.
Okay. Yeah, I actually wasn't sure if it was him or not, but later on when I watched it again, I was like, okay, this is probably Armin, right?
So the thing where she says she thinks she saw him, she's the cart.
Yeah.
So she was there in a different reincarnation.
Right.
So that's why she has like vague memory of him, because he's like one person she did see.
Right. So she feels like she knows him, but she's not sure because
she gets that like vague thing.
Right.
So yeah, they have like the 2 like new Titans. They have them in the pit, so they can't transform.
That was good, yeah.
They have like allies gathering, like being ready for the mail system. They got their sending the letters, and I felt like part of the dramatic tension with the like the performance that happened upstairs was also
excellent. That was amazing.
And like the storytelling there was like, it was so on point.
It was so good.
And it gave you some exposition without even noticing about like what happened with like the king and like the 2 families.
Yeah.
And like how the hero tale was constructed.
There's
so much happening, and meanwhile they're still holding this conversation in the basement.
It's actually a lot to absorb, because they are switching back and forth between upstage and the basement, so it's like, it's a lot to take in. And I rewatched, I think, the second half of that episode again, because first of all, because it was that good, and also because like I just wanted to make sure I picked up on everything. But there's still a question that's lingering in my head, which is that they haven't taken care of every single Titan, right? Because the Beast Titan is unaccounted for. The Warhammer Titan is unaccounted for.
We actually, like, I wasn't sure because we still don't know. Like when he brought that officer to his house, like I
Yeah.
forgot the head of the family.
Uh-huh.
Like he said one of us. He didn't
Yeah.
say me. Or,
Exactly.
Like it could still be him, but he said one of us.
I don't think
The-
it's him. I don't think it's him.
Yeah, same. I think he's actually getting killed.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he's
I
the
think
one
he's
who was
dead.
thrown in the air there.
Because here's
at
the thing:
end of
if it was him, he would have transformed instantly.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm same. I'm leveling.
Yeah.
Like I agree.
So, so we don't know where the heck the Warhammer Titan's at. Like he could be in the crowd or something, you know? And like,
Team and the Beast Titan.
and the Beast
they're,
Titan.
they're major players.
Exactly. The Beast Titan is huge, and that's why like when Armin was taking the other two to trap them in the pit, the entire time I was like, "Where's the Beast Titan at? Like, what are we doing about him? Like, he is. I'm more concerned about the Beast Titan than these other two guys, you know."
Yeah, because they're also newbies as well.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be crazy. I want it to be Sunday already. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude,
It's
tomorrow
a Sunday
for
show.
me.
Yeah, for you, that's 2 days from now for me. Well, okay, so technically it's 1 day away from me, but I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So here's one last thing I want to
Yeah.
say about Attack on Titan.
I guess we have to start wrapping up. Go ahead.
So, Eren. I don't know what you thought about Eren so far. So I was of the opinion that season 1 and 2. Okay, so like season 1 happened, it was cool. Season 2 happened, and the thing I liked about season 2 the most was Eren wasn't as much there. Because I hated Eren.
That's funny.
Then season 3 came. and,
Okay.
Like somewhat midway season 3, Eren became was like, okay, I think I kind of like this character now. Kind of in a good place.
Okay,
Still has kind of a shitty character points though.
sure.
Which I didn't know how they're gonna get rid of. And I think they found the magic solution.
Which was
The only way to make Eren like a complete good character was to do the time skip in a way that we would like we would just complete in our heads
yeah.
is like his progress,
Yeah.
because he obviously been through some shit, and since they don't need to like do it specific now, we can like vaguely understand like what he's been through and like the realizations he come to through like his actions now.
Okay.
This way, like everyone who had a problem like me with his character can just be like, oh, he's epic now because he's like mega badass level.
Okay,
like,
but I have
now.
a question for you though. What exactly didn't you like about Eren in the first 2 seasons? This season has a lot of peaceful enemies, in my opinion.
I felt like
You're right about that, Kopanova.
He was, like, too,
Thanks
like,
for dropping by.
two-dimensional.
And like
he didn't
Eurocamp,
really
great
show
stuff.
many aspects of him. Like I felt like he was like so much shit was going around. Like we knew the things with his mother and like everything. But
But that was a big deal for him, though. I mean, like losing your mom is not, you know, like especially he saw his mom.
Shocking, but
He saw his mom die in front of him. I mean, like that would mess anybody up.
yeah, for sure. But they had like first of all they had a time skip, and
Okay.
it doesn't seem to come like okay. So based on like the mom thing, it
Yeah.
only came up whenever like it was necessary as like a I
Plot,
need to use
plot
the mom card.
device.
But it like I didn't feel like it came up in his like behavior. Like whenever he saw Titans, we never saw like paralyzing.
Uh-huh.
We never saw him paralyzed by it or like it like coming up in his actions. More than like wherever he needed that flashback because it's relevant. Like when he saw like the actual Titan who did it or things like that. Like besides that, it didn't really come up in him. So otherwise, like I would agree, but I felt like his like experience didn't come in his like wasn't expressed in his actions. And right now, even though we don't know like his progression, it seems to be expressed in his actions or like in his demeanor. So like his character right now tells a lot of story just based on like what he does, and before it was more like he has the things that he's doing and the things that we know about him, and they were kind of separated for me.
Okay. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. One of the things that I didn't like about Eren much in the first couple seasons was that I felt like this isn't really like Eren's fault, but Mikasa was there to dig him out of a lot of crap.
Yes.
And Mikasa was just way too good.
Sure.
So you know, a lot of the potential growth that Eren had available to him in the first few seasons was gone, because if something bad was going to happen, Mikasa was just going to handle it.
Yeah,
You know?
he was being babied.
He's being babied, right? And I didn't like that about him. Plus he was just, I don't know, I guess he was just too young. But like you said, in this season there's been a time skip. He's obviously older, he's obviously smarter, you know. And so I like him a lot more.
A lot more resolved. Like before,
Yeah.
like he used to, like
Slice of life,
like
gang.
we saw like
I'm here
sometimes
for it.
him coming through,
Represent.
but his resolution wasn't
Yeah.
mental. It was like I need to do this like based on like a drive, but it wasn't like a mental understanding of like what he needs to do. Like right now, when you see it, like the animation, it conveys so hard like his like mental conclusions.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know what I think changed Eren? At least part of it,
Okay.
was realizing that there's a whole world out there, that he didn't know about before. Because if you think about it, Eren grew up on that island, and he has only ever known that the Titans are bad, right?
Titanman bad.
Titans are bad. Like that's all that he knew. But then after a certain point in last season, they finally discovered a lot of things about, you know, what's going on between their island and the rest of the world. And then he got to the ocean and he saw firsthand that there is another civilization out there trying to attack them. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't about him versus the Titans. It was about, you know, their people versus these other humans. And then that it just like completely flipped the whole story on its head. And I think from there, you know, the time skip probably covers whatever growth that he had, you know, making that shift in his personal, you know, objectives.
Yes, and I'm
So,
very excited for tomorrow.
Definitely. Thank you for the follow,
shit is
Copanova
gonna
and
be thrown
JPN.
down.
Appreciate it.
And yeah, we'll see how they close this season.
Yeah.
In about 11 more episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's game on now. Like this 5 extra episodes we got for this season. We're like, here we did the build up, we did the setup, the explosion, and now they start doing like the season.
16
Now it starts.
episodes, man. And like it's gonna be real good. Yeah.
Okay.
That was great.
So-
we
so I think that was
managed to we managed to keep it within an hour and a half. I think it's
Yeah,
fine. I think it's fine.
We're doing okay.
We're doing all right. That's okay. Nobody's
Okay,
keeping
that was
keeping track of these things, you know.
Yeah. We're definitely not doing it.
We're not keeping track.
Okay.
So I mean, to wrap things up in a couple minutes, there's a lot of good anime out there this season, and you know, if we had to recommend just based off of the couple episodes we've seen, let's just say like our top 3. Can we even do that? Can we even pick top 3 shows that people I don't think so. How about this? Top 3 new shows, like not season 2s or 3s or whatever. Can we do it? Can we do it?
I think I can.
What do we got? Horimiya.
Horimiya for sure.
Okay. And then
can I pick the?
You can pick anything. You can pick anything.
Go watch the volleyball show.
Go watch the volleyball show. 2.43 saying Koko Danshi Volleyball. And then what else we got?
Only new stuff.
Only new stuff. Maybe that one, the spider one.
Good. The spider one.
Why not?
Let me think. Shows, dude, so hard. Yeah, maybe, dude. I don't want to say the spider one. I feel like.
Wait, what about that? What about that one? The Jakuchara Tomozaki-kun.
Get good in life.
The get good life. All right, let's do that. It's got 0.01 more points than the spider one, I think. Yeah, it does.
Okay. Let's go. All
right.
No. Actually, go with the spider one. Okay.
Go with the spider one. All right then.
Go
Okay.
with the spider one.
So that's
a
it.
free new show recommendation.
That's it, guys. Those are the 3 new shows that you should all go watch. And if you don't, then I don't know what to say. You're not an anime
Well, it's
fan.
gonna end. By the way, Jujutsu Kaisen is still airing, and it's
That's
really
true.
great. And go watch it. Okay.
That's
We had a
true.
very hype, not hype episode yesterday.
Yeah. Well, there was one like, wasn't there like a recap special or something?
Yeah, but no,
That, I
that
mean,
was, like,
you're not
okay.
counting that, are you?
No, like I'm not talking about it.
Okay, you're not talking about
That's
that.
'cause they
Okay.
skipped an episode for like New Year's.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
why they released a recap.
Okay, I'm just making sure that you're not talking about the special. Okay. Cool. So that's it. I guess 2 weeks from now, we'll just talk about the stuff that we've been watching again, and that's it. We'll roll with it.
Yeah, awesome. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I had a good time.
stuff.
Yeah, I had a good time. This is good stuff. We had some good good talks.
It's time to kill it, right?
Yeah, I think we're good. But let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I don't think I do. Okay, cool. We're done.
Yeah.
This was a good episode.
Okay.
All right.
Goodbye, my dude.
Thanks everyone for coming to
thanks
hang
for
out,
watching.
chilling,
Hang out.
talking, commenting. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
the things that he says, but to my chat as well. Okay.
All right.
So,
Peace.
let's kill it.
Later.